Hi, welcome to Disney Infinity 2.0. I'm Ryan Rothenberger. I'm one of the senior producers on the game. So today I want to show you guys a little bit of the Guardians of the Galaxy playset. This is the playset we just announced at Comic-Con, and it supports the film that's just come out that's gotten such great reviews. So let's get right into it. So we have just started the playset. We've gone through kind of an intro tutorial section. And now we are in the main docking bay of Nowhere, which you'll know from the film. I'm currently playing as Gamora, and we're going to start with some the first few missions, kind of show you what the enemies look like, get some basic feel of combat, as well as show you what the different characters are that we have in the Guardians playset, and also what some of their powers are. So let's get right into it. So the Guardians playset is a 5 to 6 hour game experience. Maybe 8 hours if you try to complete all missions. We have all 5 of the main characters from the Guardians playset in here. So we have Gamora, Star-Lord, Rocket Raccoon. We also have Groot and Drax. One of the neat things about Infinity 2.0 is the fact that not only can you play this playset with the Guardians characters, but if you collect 10 of the crossover coins for 2 different characters, you can actually bring Iron Man as well as Nova into this playset, and they have their own missions and unique story and stuff like that, which explains why they're there. So it's one of the new features for 2.0. So as you can see, Gamora is a great melee character. Her sword and attacks are really fantastic. She also has a ranged attack with a pistol, which you can charge up, and does fairly good damage, but she is primarily a melee artist. She's leveled up right now all the way to level 20, so I can show you guys all her special features, but one of the new things for Infinity 2.0 is the fact that every character has a skill tree. Now this allows you to customize your character, choosing different special moves, like her power trip, or upgrading for your ranged attacks. So what it allows you to do is customize your character so that your character is different than your friend's character or anything else. Now the one thing that's kind of unique is that you have to pick and choose which powers you want, because as you get to level 20, which is the max cap of the characters, you can't actually choose every single one. So you do have to kind of pick and choose what you want to do. So for instance, like with Hulk, I max out his health and I max out his special abilities because I want him to be my tank. When I put him down, he's going to lay waste to everybody. I don't have to worry about him dying. And then when he's cleaned up the mess, I can swap in with Iron Man or one of the other finesse characters and get to the other side of the mission. One of the other cool things that we have for 2.0 are some new power discs. This one is actually a costume change for Gamora. And this was one of the biggest requests that we had from Infinity 1.0. Which is allowing some characters to change costumes. So if you put this down underneath her character, you'll see her change from her movie outfit into her white space armor outfit from the comic books. She also gets a small health boost, but primarily it's a cosmetic change. And if you put a different character down, like Star-Lord, when she has this power disc underneath him, it doesn't change his costume, obviously, but it still gives him the performance boost. Not every character has costume changes, but the ones that make sense do. We have, like, I think 12 or 13 different characters that have costume changes. Let's see. One of the other things that you guys may not have seen with Guardians is I have another power disc under here, and this is the Yondu team-up. So you guys may have seen some of the other team-up discs in Spider-Man, like White Tiger and stuff, but you can call in Yondu, and he's going to spawn in, and then he'll actually help fight with you. So he does good melee damage. He also has a nice ranged attack with his little arrow. But whenever you get into trouble, if you call him in, he can take care of one side of the battle while you guys are taking care of the other. Alright, so let's change out some characters. I'll show you guys a few of the different ones. Let's go with Groot. Groot's always a favorite. So Groot is kind of our big, heavy melee guy in here. Once he's powered up, he can pretty much one-hit kill anyone, very similar to Hulk. But he also has a really great ranged attack. So if I target an enemy and press my ranged weapon, he slams his hand into the ground and then can reach out and really touch other enemies. So this lets you kind of fight at a distance if you need to, especially in certain situations when you're fighting against sentries or automated towers. He's a great character to use there. The story of Guardians of the Galaxy for the playset, it doesn't tell the exact same story that the movie does. The movie has a great story. This one tells kind of an alternate version of the same events. Basically, you're fighting in the same areas. So the main part of the game takes place on the Nowhere space station. But then if you look out to the as soon as I get out of this cutscene, we'll look out to the left, and there's also the Dark Aster, which is Ronan's ship, and that's where once you've kind of completed all your missions here on Nowhere, then you will ultimately take a shuttle out and fight Ronan in the final few battles over here on his ship. Let's see. So now we're at a point where we're starting to, like I said, this is still really early in the playset, so we're teaching users about a few different things. These fuel cells, you'll use them throughout the playset for different stuff. Here you use them as an explosive to help clear debris. Later on, you'll actually use them to help power different parts of the station, like anti-aircraft guns and things like that. So let's, whoa, getting shot. Let's switch over to maybe Rocket Raccoon. Show you guys a little bit of our favorite enhanced animal. So Rocket's a fun character. He's obviously, the ladies love him because he's cute, but he also carries really big guns. So he is one of our premier ranged characters. Just like Gamora, like I showed you, you can really power him up through his skill tree. So for me, with Rocket, I try to focus more on his ranged attacks and making sure that they're powered up, because that's sort of one of our pro tips. Since he is so ranged focused, you want to focus most of his strength over on this side of the skill tree. Let's clear this one up. Now we have a really kind of a mini boss battle right here, where one of the Sakaran ships is coming in, and you have to use the fuel cells to destroy it. But Rocket is a little short for this particular objective, so I'm going to trade him out for Star-Lord, who's a little taller, because while Rocket can throw the energy cells just fine, he's, like I said, he's a little short, so you need a bit more height for this. Oh, got him once. Got to get him 2 more times. Star-Lord's one of my favorite characters. He not only has good ranged attacks, but he also has a decent melee barrage as well, and he also has a fantastic super jump that you can power up with his rocket boosters. Let's see. Here we go. More. And then, oh, while I'm at it, I'll show you guys one of these crossover coins. So, as you can see, that's the second one I collected for Iron Man. And I'll show you another one over there. But once you collect all 10, then you can bring Iron Man in and have his missions. Wait for it to pass. Nice. Nothing like kicking a fuel cell into a ship to bring it down. What else? So I'll show you guys Drax as soon as we, Donald? Yeah, so we can show you Donald, but since this is a playset, he can't come in here, but after we go through the rest of the, I'll show you Drax in the playset, and then we'll switch out to the toy box, unless you guys see Donald. Yeah, we just announced him this week before Gamescom.
He's one of my favorite characters.
Is he? Yeah, no, he's great. I love him to death. Everybody says that I act like Donald because I'm so angry, but I actually think I'm quite nice most of the time. So I think people. So yeah, here, let me show you guys Drax real quick. So Drax is the last character for this playset. And again, as you would expect, he's a strong character, so he can pick up just about anything. But he's one of our main melee guys as well, so he's really fast. Has a great combo with his melee attacks. Has a decent charge attack for the ranged. But he's also one of the characters who, when you power him up, he can actually climb walls with his knives. So him and Groot are the two characters who he can use throughout the playset to climb these different walls, and it actually presents sometimes a much easier way to solve some of the platforming elements of this one. So cool. Well, that's a kind of a brief overview of Guardians of the Galaxy playset, and then let's jump out and I'll show you guys Donald and a few of the other new Disney characters inside of the toy box.